Welcome, welcome, welcome. 4 minutes past 11 o'clock, almost 5 minutes past 11 o'clock. It's Film Focus on Smooth 98.1, and this is what we get to every Friday from 11 till 11:55, talking movies, series, animations, adaptations, documentaries, things that you can just generally watch. And sometimes you need to go out there to watch. And speaking of that, we will be giving out tickets this morning. In fact, it's raining tickets, but I'll get to that later on. As always, your comments are very important, your recommendations, your opinions, your agreements, your disagreements, and everything that you have to say, your take on whatever it is that we are discussing. So we give you updates on movies, on what's happening in the movie industry and entertainment industry generally, from Nollywood to Hollywood. But of course, every other wood we need to cross to get there. So we talk about Africa and then we talk about the rest of the world. So today, as always, you know that I don't walk alone. I am not I don't know. So if I'm a Liverpool fan, it means I don't walk alone. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I know I never walk alone. And last week, based on the request, where is Rebel? Where is Rebel? Where is Rebel? He makes his return this morning. So please welcome with me the gentleman from Edo State, Irabo Okoso and Doris. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hi, hi, Sean. Good morning. Hi, Rabo.
Irabo, unmute yourself.
Or
Yes.
return.
Anyways, how are you, Doris? What have you been up to?
Um, I'm all right. I have been up to the Smooth FM studios. I think I've been there 3 times in the past 7 days, which is a record for me. I'm not there today, sadly, but who knows? I might show up later. But yeah, otherwise, I'm fine. Absolutely no problems in the world right now.
Sounds like a man that has his tummy full.
Ah, okay. Tinubu economy.
What have you been watching? Irabo, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. How are you? What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Looking for money, oh. Not pass like that.
The
This
usual.
never-ending chase.
Not pass like that. Looking
Is
for
it
money, man.
entry cleaning or is it gushing in?
Ah, I don't know how to answer, but we're looking to the Lord. That's all I can say. Hmm.
How have you been though?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I wonder what's up with your network this
Yeah, I've
morning.
been okay. Yeah, I've been okay. Yeah, I've been okay.
Have you had the
Looking
chance to
for.
see anything called movie series?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's this TV series. I don't know that is Chaos or Chaos. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it means chaos in the sense of CHAOS. It's simply about humanizing the Greek mythology or the Greek gods or whatever. It's not really a catchy poster on the red pill because I was so angry that the red pill, they're not really putting out certain types of content that I expect them to put out. You see some movies and you're expecting it to hit, but you watch it and you're like, what's all this? Like the Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry one, so disappointing. So I just saw it. The poster wasn't really appealing. I just okay. I saw Jeff Goldblum. I said, okay, let me just check it out. And really, I was surprised. Solid TV series. I'm looking forward to season 2. And that's why I don't like watching series. I like watching it when everything is said and done. But now I'm now looking forward to The Diplomat. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to Far From, like so many series I'm looking forward to. So, but Chaos is a very, very solid TV series if anybody's looking to watch something for sure.
Interesting. So I guess we have our first recommendation for today. Aris, have you had a chance to catch anything on your screen?
I have. And one of the things I have caught is something, yeah, Mirabo has said is looking forward to. Isn't it? Just look alive. So Mirabo just mentioned that looking forward to the second season of The Diplomat. Well, I have to say, I have seen the second season of The Diplomat.
Wait,
Um,
what?
you said?
Go on.
Yeah. Anyway, so rather, I haven't seen it, but I'm seeing it. So I'm in the second episode right now. Again, because of the reason I mentioned last week, if you're part of some of this or whatever, you get a preview content tab on the Red app. So yes, it is right. It is right there on my app. And so I've been saying it because I really, really liked the first season, which ended. Was that last year? I can't remember when the first season ended anymore.
Yeah, it was
It
last
ended
year.
in
I
a
mean,
very,
this year.
was it
Last year. Yeah, last year.
last year? Okay.
Last
Okay,
year.
cool. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so it ended on a very, for anybody who's seen it, it ended on an explosion, and a very incredible. It was such a good place to end it. And so it takes up from there. Of course, because I am who I am, I would not reveal what happens. But yes, let's just say that it is quite so far, as satisfactory as the first season was. So yes, I've been saying that. I've also been seeing, okay, yeah. So, on the Red app, there was a particular series about this guy who was stalked by a lady in the UK, and it was a real life stuff. And then he made a series out of it called Baby Reindeer.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's one. When it came out, it had such a buzz. I think when it came out earlier this year or last, I can't remember anymore.
This year.
This year, okay, cool. So yeah, so when it came out, I was just like, I beg, stalk him. I'm not particularly interested, But when it won the Emmy, I was like, okay, maybe I should take a look. And believe me, just the same way Rabo is particularly impressed by Chaos. That is how I've just been blown away by Baby Randy. I'm just like, okay, this is really, 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 really good. I mean, I think the British people, they have a thing about TV series. They are really
See,
good at it.
guy, spot on.
And just a
Great.
basic, they can just take like this very tiny premise and build this incredible world around it. This is literally something that happened to
100.
one guy, and he's built this incredible stuff. He gets the lady who acts as the stalker, that's the lead actress.
Mhm.
Is just incredible. Anyway, as you can tell, I am just blown away by the sheer, I don't know, genius of the series. The writing is so good, such great writing, and the acting from the two, especially the lady, is just like, I don't know, fantastic. So anyway, yeah, so that's so those are the two stuff I've been up to, and of course, this morning, what's the one with Latif Adedimeji showed up for Nollywood. Since I'm a very patriotic human being, I am currently seeing Lisa B, The Uprising by Latif Adedimeji, starring Odunlade Adekola, and well, the producer himself. So yeah, so I think I'm about halfway through that. So let's see how that goes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a second part sometime in January next year. So I don't know. But anyway, I've not finished one, so I can't say anything much about it yet. But perhaps maybe by next week I should be through with it, and yeah, maybe we can discuss it.
So I guess we have our second recommendation for today. That is Baby Reindeer. And I tell you, it's not every day you get a Reese waxing lyrical about a series or a movie. So the fact that you went on and on about that one tells me that we all need to check it out. All right.
Please. Enthusiastically.
Yep. We'll take a breather. And when we come back, we'll be getting to updating you on what some Nigerians have been watching, and then we'll also give you the update about what to expect in the cinemas today. We'll also be giving out tickets. I told you earlier that we have lots of tickets to give out. No wonder Oris is wearing red. I guess Christmas did really come early. So we are in a very generous mood this morning.
Simply call me Oris.
So I am wearing red because I don't see any other t-shirt wear for this house.
It looks lovely on you, so no
I don't have the possibility to pull off the Santa Claus look.
Red, as Gen Zs would say, makes you pop. Yeah, that's how you guys say it. Or pops on you.
Which guys?
Who is you guys?
Where is the guys?
There's someone in the studio.
Okay. Yeah, catch me.
I was like, next month is October, so maybe it's Halloween. I'll stay up early.
I was like,
you guys would understand. You're from Edo State.
Yes,
very
we
funny.
understand. Don't worry.
I understand Irabo's fear or worry for me when he immediately shouted, "Which guys? Have you started seeing ghosts?"
I mean, even you said you're not even in the Gen Z department now.
He said?
Even you're not in the Gen Z department.
I have a Gen Z in the studio. That's why I was saying that.
Thank God.
Frankly, I sometimes think of Sean as Gen Z.
Yes.
No.
Yeah? Why?
Nah.
Just because, Sean, just because.
Nah.
Just because what?
Just because
Nah,
that's the end. There's full stop there.
Well, Irabo says nah, so.
nah.
Okay, so this morning I came across a publication from Variety magazine talking about Idris Elba and
Rains fall apart, Adi. Yeah.
yeah,
So that yesterday.
yeah. So we'll touch on it a bit.
Mondays to Fridays from 9 a.m.
You are welcome. Now you can take a step further by joining us on YouTube, where we're streaming live. And that will be at Smooth 91 FM Lagos. That is the handle that you're searching for on YouTube, at Smooth 91 FM Lagos. But if you want to be a part of the WhatsApp family, share your thoughts as we get into some of the updates and telling you our take. You can send your messages to 0809 444 0981. Okay. 0809 444 0981. Oris,
We
don't say what you
we
think you
thank
want.
you for your service, Shell. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
I have been conscious since that day that the issue was raised. I have been very conscious of it. And I dare say that I have improved, if I say so myself. So if you want to call, the number to dial is 0201 448 9981. Again, 0201 448 9981. Now let's get to some messages. I will take one and then we tell what Nigerians have been watching. Angel says, Christmas is very early. I can feel and smell the Christmas cold chill. Really? Anybody in on this one?
Me, I'm just like, can people afford chicken and turkey that they are shouting Christmas is early?
I tell you.
Who is this person? Who's the person? What's the person's name?
Angel?
Can we even afford
Angel, please issue invitations. I would like to come and have early chicken for Christmas. Thank you.
Angel is speaking from heaven. She's not in Nigeria. Trust me.
Exactly.
Nice
He or she is not particularly interested in the Tinubu economy, clearly. So heavenly economy is probably better.
I wonder what Angel thinks about that. Wilson says, good morning, Madam Oluwasho. My greetings to the gentlemen in the house. Welcome, Wilson. Good to have you here. So quick update.
Hello, Wilson.
Okay. About what Nigerians are watching on the Red app. Number 10 is Emily in Paris. Number 9 is Olotire The Journey. Number 8 is, that's for TV shows. Number 8 is The Perfect Couple. Number 7, something K-drama, Love-ish. Love Next Door is the title. Now, number 6, Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Mendes story. And that one, I saw a conversation about it on social media where they placed side by side the original plus the acting. And it looked like a little bit of characterization could have been added to that one. Number 5, The Residents. And number 4, Nigerians are watching Prison Break again.
All over again. Can you imagine that?
All over again.
Me, I've never watched it though.
Same as I. No, okay, I think I watched season 1.
Yes, same here.
Okay, so we're all in the same WhatsApp group. 24 was the one I stopped on season 3, I think. Did anyone see 24?
Haven't even seen it.
My friends were huge fans of 24. At the time, I was not interested in the series. I still am not interested in the series, frankly. Just maybe 1 or 2 of them. So no, I didn't see 24.
Interesting. Okay, now moving to number 2. Nigerians are watching a lot. Last year's single, The Omonioboli of 1. And all of a sudden, I can't find my app. And it will be back. Before then, Angel says, I said cold chilo, not chicken. Oris, nice one. Well, number two was last year's single, while number 1 is Twilight of the Gods. So some animation. Zach, is it Sindel signed that? I always struggle with that one. So that's what Nigerians seem to be watching in terms of the TV shows. Now, in terms of the movies, interesting one. And again, I wonder why. I guess it's because it was recently added. Number 1 and 2, Hitman. Number 2, Hitman Agents 47. Anyone saw that?
Back in the day,
I think I saw Hitman. Yeah.
3 million years ago.
That guy with low cut now.
Timothy
Yeah,
Oliphant, I think. I don't know what
Uh,
happened to his career. So weird.
yeah. I'm not sure the one I watched if it was Hitman or Hitman Agent 47 because it's been a minute. Number
uh
three, what?
Sorry, as you just said Hitman, I remember something I watched recently, which was why I was saying movies on that red pill. You just be wondering like, what is going on? Have you guys seen SWAT by Gabriel Machabi, whatever the guy's name is from Suits? That's one of the most useless films I've ever seen in my life. Like one
Why?
of the most useless films I have ever seen
Yeah.
in my life. Don't watch it. Ha! What is that? Is that action film? Is that I don't even understand. Like God? Sorry, as you just said Hitman, it just entered my head. Sorry. Go on.
Sorry, I
Hey,
can see that. I mean, I just checked it and I see that it's directed by Benny Boom. If
hip
you're a big
hop
fan of
videos.
American music videos, you know that Benny Boom is like a very prominent music video director. So I want to say it's the same kind of, do you know how we're complaining about Tiwa Savage's Water and Gary and how it was
Uh,
disjointed? I think music video directors have that problem going on. They can never
Jesus.
just stick to one script. So maybe that's what's happening here.
Hmm.
Nah.
Speaking about music video directors, I think you both should have seen the update on Clarence Peters going to have his Netflix debut, right? We're going to talk about shortly. But we hope that it's not another of such. But going back to the list of what Nigerians have been watching, number 3 on that list is a very interesting movie, which is futuristic, set in a futuristic society where it is mandatory for you to have cosmetic surgery done. If you choose to be yourself and not have any sort of alteration done, you are rebelling, and that is pretty interesting. So the title is Uglies. That's number 3 on what Nigerians are watching. Number 4, Dungeons and Dragons. Number 5, Gifted. Number 6, Rebel Ridge. Number 7, Officer Black Belt. Number 8 is Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle. Number 9, Nigerians are watching Tokumbo as well as Something Like Gold. Any comments on that list or we move?
I mean,
Um,
just the thing you said about this plastic surgery thing. Okay, now. Where is the world going to? Okay.
Well, now let's move to the Blue app. Number 1, Nigerians are still watching The Rings of Power. Number 2 is Reincarnation at Sunwe, I guess. And number 3 is Muri and Co. Number 4 is Blackmail. Good to see you, KJ again. Number 5, No Gain, No Love. Number 6 is Upgraded. Now, number 7 is Killer Hat, while number 8 is On the Edge. Number 9 is Float, while number 10 is about Ira Star. Moving to WhatsApp, the message is from Angel says, I have been watching Naked and Afraid, the different installments, though on terrestrial TV. Ironically, I don't do series because they are addictive and I don't like that hold. I also don't have the luxury of time to dedicate to watching in one swoop. That Okumbo acting was piece poor. I guess that we discussed that a number of
yeah,
months.
3 weeks ago or something, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now let's get to the updates and let's talk about what's coming to the cinemas as well as who is making what with who. Farmer's Bride is going to premiere today, but the catch is that it will hit French markets, is going to some Francophone countries, about 9 of them. Namely, you have Senegal, Benin Republic, Togo, Burkina Faso, and Congo. And when they had their premiere yesterday, as usual, ain't no party like a Nollywood party, a Lagos party. The glam, the glitz, the outfits, the show outs. I sometimes just want to look at the breakdown of the budgets that a number of our stars spend in showing up to these premieres. That is some sort of commitment, but it was beautiful nonetheless. And that's Farmer's Bride. So anyone looking out for it? Anyone going to see it in the cinema? What do you think, gentlemen?
Yeah, I'll probably watch it today or tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Doris?
Yeah, I would also try to see it, but I'm thinking for me, I'm more interested in it because of the business. It's not very common. That's why, of course, this has been like a leading news that you have a film show up in Nigeria and in several other cities across the sub-region. So it means that maybe there is a lot of money, I guess, riding on this and on its success. So I guess fingers crossed and hopefully it's good enough and they generate the amount of revenue that they hope they will.
Okay, now if you're wondering what the storyline is or what to expect if you decide to go to the cinemas, it's about a tale set in the 1980s Ibadan, where Odun, a wealthy, lonely farmer, seeks solace in marriage with a young bride who's Fomi, and I believe that was played by Agubemi. And however, their union has some challenges, and Fumi is struggling to find happiness. Then she eventually embarks on a forbidden affair with Odun's nephew. Da, 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 da. So you can imagine the roller coaster that goes on after that.
Women has come, Abi.
Women are better scum.
Well, humans are humans. We'll take a breather, and when we come back, we'll be getting to talking about the movie that will be on the Red app on the 11th of October that is directed by Clarence Peters. You're listening to Film Focus on Smooth 90.1. Does anyone follow Wura?
It's too plenty, I beg. Ain't nobody got
No, not
time.
anymore.
You need a housewife to really review something like that because the episodes are too much. Just saying.
The Showmax original telenovela. Subscribe from 1,600 naira.
Yeah, but I know Showmax have been trying to push it a lot, man. I don't know if they're succeeding.
Yeah, because that thing was really watched a lot. Well, that's
98.1. Love music, love life.
Film Focus is the name of the show, and my name is Oluwaseun Olusegun. I do have the company of the gentlemen with me. There is Oris and Irabo. Both of them are on Zoom. You can see Oris's face on YouTube. You can hear Irabo's voice anywhere. You can go to our website, or you search for Smooth 91 FM Lagos on any radio streaming app or websites. And that will be www.smooth91.fm, or you search for Smooth 91 FM on any radio streaming app or website, like I just said. And again, YouTube is at Smooth 91 FM Lagos. Again, at Smooth 91 FM Lagos. If you have anything to say, you have any comments, WhatsApp is 0809 444-0981. Again, 0809-444-0981. Inside Life, that's the title of the movie. The one that has Zakoji, Gabriel Afolayan, Meg Otanwa. That is by music video director Clarence Peters. Gentlemen, looking forward to it?
What can I say?
Okay, maybe I should give you a background.
You said?
But as you can already imagine or tell from the title, so according to him, he describes the movie as a raw, brutal take on the harsh realities faced by many exploring themes of power, greed, and survival. And what happens when we leave our homes? We don't know what can happen when you find yourself reached within the day, or they kidnap you, or you have an encounter with the police, and so on. So really, it's going to take you on a journey into the heart of Lagos prison, where the stories of desperate individuals intertwine. There's a man driven to desperation, a devoted sister, an ambitious woman facing their own struggles, pasts colliding, darker sides of Nigeria's most popular city, which is Lagos, and so on. That's according to Clarence Peters. So again,
they couldn't give us a shorter synopsis of what is happening in this movie. This is, just feels to me like a lot of words, but really not saying anything. When I get advanced marketing texts or whatever like this, I just feel like everybody is trying to hedge their bets because they know that the project isn't particularly great, frankly. I hope to be disproved, frankly, hopefully, because of course, all of us are big fans of Clarence Peters' contribution to the music video industry. But frankly, with what I just heard and with the lack of a trailer and lack of, I don't know, I'm just thinking, okay, if you guys are treating something like this in this way, who am I to treat it better? So you own it, you're not treating it nicely. Why am I the person who doesn't own it? Why should I treat it any better than you have? So I'll be hoping that, well, this is just a misconception on my part. And when the project does show up on the Red app, it's better, it has better content than its marketing, because frankly, I don't think many people will be I can't, yeah, I'm not even sure what the story is about, frankly, from what you just read. So maybe the idea is to sell the stuff with Clarence's name, which is funny because I don't think Clarence has as much cultural capital as he did, say 6 years ago. So it's a little weird, but yes, out of curiosity, we'll be there.
Let me give you an abridged synopsis. Think of a gritty and unflinching portrayal of the unpredictable nature of life in Nigeria.
This is nonsense. Don't you know what I'm saying? It's nonsense, because you should be telling me who is the character. Why are you giving me such philosophical stuff when I know you cannot actually produce philosophical stuff in Hollywood right now? You know, tell me who the character is. Is it a man and a woman who go into somewhere? Is it a person who is struggling in Lagos? Give me humans. Don't give me existential crap. Sorry.
Oris, my name is Oluwaseun, not Clarence.
So it's not you. This is not you, of course. I'm
I know,
talking
I'm
more about
kidding.
the people who have crafted this. You are not the
Okay,
problem.
let me help you. Let me help you with some people in there. By the way, he has dropped teasers. Fair enough. He has dropped teasers, or they have dropped some teasers. And part of it in there, I think just some seconds, you'd see Gabriel Afolayan in his furious elements as most likely a gangster missing one eye. So part of the people that you have in there, don't roll your eyes, Oris. Gabriel Afolayan, Scarlett Gomez, Meg Otanwa, Jigan Babalja, Jide Kosoko Zakoji.
So you see, whenever I hear, I think I said it, we said it, maybe myself as here about weeks ago. Whenever I hear of a movie that has a lot of people from old Nollywood, frankly, I can't expect too much. I feel like the people who were the major faces of old Hollywood, not even of old Hollywood, sorry, not even the Genevieve era, people just slightly before her, maybe around her beginning. I do not think that they have made even the psychological shift into what is required now of filmmaking, of ambitious filmmaking. So when I hear you mention, I don't know, 7 or 8 names, and 4 of them are from old Hollywood, I'm like, really? I can't trust you guys to deliver. But like I said, I would try my best to watch the project with an open mind. But frankly, I can't say that, you know what, I'm looking forward to this at all.
Irabo.
You wanted to bring me inside. Okay. I completely agree with Doris. We like you said, we spoke about this 3 weeks ago now. And another thing again I want to add is that thing Ori said, out of curiosity. Out of curiosity gives these people a lot of numbers, which I think can now misconstrue as interest. And I think that's also added to the fact that we don't really have too many producers out there per se, where you can now have like the right competition. So again, it is what it is. I'm happy that people are still producing regardless, but I like the fact that the ecosystem is growing. You have critics, certain types of critics. You have Oris's brand, my brand, the cinema pointers and co. Like everybody coming at it from different angles. So I just want to implore the stakeholders to, be open to criticism. Because like Oris also mentioned again, where there are certain generations of Nollywood, especially the ones before Genevieve, who are still stuck in that. It's just like our parents or our family members, where the way they used to do things is the same way they still want to do things. Please, granted, I know that there's some ways that should still be traditional. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that now you have to move with the times. And we're speaking about art and execution of how entertainment is supposed to be with technology and everything. So people now need to understand that, this is how it's supposed to go. The only person I would say has really understood this is RMD. Yeah, he has really just transcended, time, So RMD is dressing like them Daniel Etimeffiong, and Mauli Gavo in a way. And sometimes you even think he's a genie. Sometimes when we see him on the red carpet, but he has to do what he has to do, So let's really see if I don't know whether they talk about these things during their meetings or all those symposiums or master classes. I don't know if maybe they talk, or maybe it's just coconut head. I really don't understand, But again, if this film comes out and it isn't what we expect it to be, we will definitely talk about it. And anybody who wants to come and fight us, fine, no problem. But we are doing it for the good of the Republic at the end of the day.
October 11 is almost here, fingers crossed. Angel says, Oris don't vex, but I understand where he's coming from. Moving on, let's talk about Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation supporting Journey to Bloom, and that is it's a TV series that is produced by Sky Girls in Nigeria. And the series is an initiative supported by Bill and Melinda Gates. It's designed to captivate girls girls between the ages of 13 and 19. And it talks about going behind the curtain of life as a young adult through the eyes of several characters. And, all those things that happen in the teenage years, the struggles, the peer pressure, the community expectation, and whatnot. So, any comments?
Just to say that about almost a generation ago, in fact, there was a generation of actors that came out of the MTV series Sugar back in the day. Some of them are like some of the most recognizable faces right now in New Nollywood. So in a sense, we have needed to depend on foreigners for an advancement of Nollywood. I'm not entirely comfortable with that because it feels to me like it says something about the Nigerian culture of excellence, which is non-existent apparently. Because if you need foreign interest to move as an industry, it feels to me like, I don't know, what are you guys doing then? Aren't you guys even watching what is happening everywhere else around the world so that you can figure out how to compete? So, well, I'm not sure who is supposed to be in this particular series, but hopefully I hope births another generation of good actors and maybe some guys behind the camera as well. I've never been a big fan of NGO films because I feel like in the need to push a message, they forget the art. But when the guys who are supposed to be artists aren't doing a great job either, I'm not sure that we have too much of an option but to say, hey, let's hope that in this particular case, they find a way to merge both art and message, and it's good enough.
Fingers crossed. By the way, you can find it on their YouTube page. That's Sky Girls. Angel says, not only RMD, also that guy who acted in Shantytown, even Tony Tomato has transitioned nicely. Yeah, only the really old people can call that Tony Tomato or Tony Tomato. That's Shola Shibuali. Okay, go on.
Speaking about NGO movies, I get your point, Oris, because they have to push an agenda. Those people who bring, the funds, you have to kind of toe the line. But there's actually a very lovely Nollywood movie, Diamonds in the Sky, on the red pill. It has an NGO backing and somewhat first lady of a particular government backing. Diamonds in the Sky, a very refreshing watch. Femi Adebayo, Omomi Dada, and Joke Silva as well.
Oh, really? When was this done?
Yes. 2018.
Okay. And it's currently on the red app. Okay.
Yeah, it should still be on the red. Yeah, it should still be. Very solid. I mean, in terms of going by what you were saying, I'm saying there are those very rare ones that you'd see. It's not a bad watch at all.
Okay, fair enough. I'll be on the lookout. I just feel generally speaking, I used to make a joke that when you think about Nigerian music, for instance, the songs that are about politics or about let us come together are always inferior. The songs about parties and girls. So it tells you where everybody's
especially if it's done by the same artist.
Exactly. I remember that back in 2012, this is more than 10 years ago, there was an album from EME, the Banky W label at the time, called Lagos State of Mind or something like that. That album, it was banger after banger after banger. They was but I think there are two songs or one song, I can't remember now. The song called Change, anyway, by Wizkid and a few of them. It was supposed to be about politics. On that record, it's probably maybe bottom two. And everybody has this exact same thing going on. When you think about a song about, maybe except with the Timi Dakolo songs, a lot of them have the same thing. So it's not just a problem for movies. It cuts across. Whenever people are doing stuff about message, they feel like, okay, because the message is so strong, nobody needs anything else, which is ridiculous.
I mean, but Fela has a good.
No, Fela is king. We don't talk about Fela.
MI also has. MI has done, I think, 1 or 2 or 3. Two-Face 2 as well.
Yes. MI has this one after that film. The film that what's her name? Linda did.
Linda.
The Alu 4 film.
Yeah, Alu 4, yeah.
You know,
Is it
yes.
October or
MI
something?
had a song just when the incident occurred called Ashes. That was a very, very good song.
Yeah, so there are those ones you get, like, yeah.
Yeah, very, very, yeah, not a lot of them, but they exist.
Okay, it's a Reese and Raba's world, and we're just living in it. If you want to join the conversation, WhatsApp is 0809 444 0981. Again, 0809 444 0981. Things fall apart coming to the screen again, but this time it's going to be more of Hollywood. And we're going to have a TV series adaptation of Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. It's in development with Idris Elba and David Oyelowo.
Yellow man. You know, that book was written in 1958, by the way. So that's like before our independence. The book is 2 years before we became an independent nation. So it's a very, very, very important book in Nigerian literature, in Nigerian life, cultural life generally, in Africa actually. It's not a very important book. So when people who are doing it are major figures in Hollywood, it's a good thing. And it's by A24, which gives me a lot of hope. I won't lie. I mean, it gives me tons of hope. Like, okay, here is an indie studio in the US that is known for very, very radically good movies. Can they transfer that into a series that is helmed by, based on a book helmed by a Nigerian this long ago? I hope they can. I hope they can. One thing I think that we'll definitely see is incredible production design. So I think that's going to be the greatest thing. Over the past few years, we've had films from here, especially by Kunle Afolayan, that have October 1 and Nikolakpo, that try to create like a world that no longer exists, but for the particular story they're trying to tell. My belief is that A24, because of the resources that they have, will be able to do that to an incredible extent. What I worry about now is the trying to make it palatable for a certain type of American. That's my fear, you know. If you saw the recent Ashake documentary, or rather just the snippet of something from Ashake that was the voiceover was by Idris Elba, you see that there are tons of Yoruba phrases and words that were just mispronounced. I'm not even a great Yoruba speaker, but I'm like, what is this now? You know, it was just in certain respect, it was really, really bad because of course you can tell that this man can't pronounce those particular words. So Things Fall Apart is set in a very, very, very Igbo village. I mean, highly Igbo village. I've seen like this is like pre-modernity. So I hope that the right people are in the right places for something like this. Especially, in fact, I feel like behind the camera, they'll be fine. In front of the camera is where I really, really worry. And in 2014, we had what's the other book? The Adichie adaptation. Half Yellow Song, you know, and that if you were very alive at the time, one of the things we were banking on for that particular project was that it was going to be the announcement of Nollywood into the international space. It failed woefully. And one of the reasons it failed is because the direction to me was bad. A lot of the acting it just wasn't authentic enough, you know, to what they were trying to tell, even if they had some kind of money on it. So I'm hoping that 10 years later, we have a project that is befitting of the excellence of the book that they're trying to like adapt. So in one word, I can be sure that behind the scene will be good. I worry heavily that if you have Idris Elba trying to pronounce Igbo words, that might be just a tragedy.
Thoughts running through my mind. I mean, Idris Elba as well as David Oyelowo. Yes, they try, but
no,
I don't
know it's not bad actually but he's not the lead. It's Idris. It's not even David.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know how this is going to go down, and I am always finicky about accent and languages in movies like this. I mean, for a book that has been written in over 60 languages, won many international awards, is quite significant. I think they better do a great job with telling this. We don't even have officially, even though they've released some snippets, there is no writer attached to that project yet. We just have a bunch of executive producers, including the Achebe Masterworks and David Oyelowo under the Yoruba Saxon and all. 22 Summers production, which is a newly launched one. That's Gina Carter and Oyelowo. But really, fingers crossed, Irabo.
Yeah, so I mean, when I saw that Idris Elba is going to be starring as a phone call, I say, well, I mean, he played what's his name, late
Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. So try, Sha. Uh, but I feel this is like the more Abudu syndrome in the sense where there's get me, don't do your eye, she won't understand me. I'm not shitting anybody. What I'm saying is that when you're at the helm, or you're the one bringing the box and you feel okay, maybe you have certain talents, you want to just be on there, get the credit and all that. Sometimes I feel you just have to leave it to people. So this kind of casting, I don't think Elba, well, it's not as if he doesn't fit the bill in the sense. I'm just worried about the things you guys pointed out, which is delivery of language and everything. They could as well take their time, do research, and in fact do some publicity around it and do casting. You can get a very solid, I don't even want to say Nigerian actor, or just solid actor that would also fit the bill and just take that responsibility alone, because you're executive producing. I'm sure he's going to be probably producing, he's going to be doing something, one or the other. So again, being the admin and also being in front of the camera, this is not a Tyler Perry film where Tyler Perry can write, direct, produce, star, do everything, and even market the film. This is an important literary, piece that we have in our history. So again, David Oyelowo does his best when it comes to Yoruba and all that, yeah. But I just hope that they do it well. I hope it's not a miss at the end of the day. But I even really wonder which Nollywood actor will be able to play that role now, today. I don't know.
That's a very, very good question. Like, who
Before
exactly,
now,
as we speak? What?
and
Even as we,
before now, I thought
yeah.
about it when I was thinking about the story. I thought about it. I said, before now, maybe I would have mentioned possible. I would have mentioned what's his name now? The pastor now.
If you don't mention this name, Sheon,
I'm trying the pastor. He's a pastor now.
you
In
see why I
Woman
say Sheon is not. You see why I say Sheon is not Gen Z. Forgetfulness is already end.
Woman King, come on, help me. You all watched Woman King, the Oba, whatever it is. I'll pull up Jimmy Odukoya. Thank you, Angel. Yes, is one that I would have thrown into the mix if he was still actively in the industry. Because I'm just trying to
There's this
imagine
guy. There's this
characterization.
guy. What's his name? In a sense, Stan Nze is probably the only person I can think of who would
Yeah.
come close.
Spot
But
on.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oris,
exactly.
spot on,
Yeah,
spot
yeah. So
on,
Stan Nze is the person
spot
here, so I
on.
feel like what
Stan,
should probably get a
Stan.
chance
Yes,
I agree.
at doing it. But it's going to be this Elba. So
yes.
what we can do is hope that he has a great ego team around it, because we need to get Indigo, frankly, involved somehow with something like this. We need
Yes.
to get, them somehow. They have to be involved somewhere, somehow, with something like this. And I
Who would
wonder
even
if
write
they will
it?
take. There's so many problems, potentially with
Like,
something like this. Like, who adapts it? But I think that we have Things Fall Apart, although it's from a Nigerian. I do not think it's necessarily a Nigerian book anymore. What that
No, it's
means is that the people who were raised on that book, who have no
oh
idea of
yes,
where,
oh yes.
what's the Chimamanda came from, no idea. So in a sense, they can find people who can write the story well enough, and then find consultants who add that extra color. What I've been thinking about, other than who acts, other than what happens in front of the camera, is how much do you think this guy's paid for the rights? It has to have been something, right?
I mean, no, for real,
It has to have been something, because everybody knows that
or
the
not,
name Things Fall
or
Apart
not,
would definitely give already some kind of commercial appeal to the project. So
or
I
not,
assume that has to be some decent amount of money. Anyway, I just thought about
or
that.
not. Me, I
yeah, I
No,
think,
did
not it
mention
cannot be.
that. I'm
No, how can
thinking
it be
about
or not, Irabo? How is that possible? Sorry, sure.
since they'll call, like the thing is, see, I don't know when it comes. One thing I've noticed about this business dealings and everything, sometimes it could be equity here, this one here. They don't have to directly pay, any money. It could be eventual money, or it could be that okay, we respect this thing. These people respect them. Let them just do it. Give us money to write. I really don't know. If they are paying, of course, they'll pay big bucks. If they're not paying, well, it's also still possible. That's what I'm
No,
trying
no,
to
they
say.
cannot, not be paying. It's not possible, because Things Fall Apart was
No.
written in a time when we didn't really have local publishers. So I assume that part of the estate, part of that, the people behind it are going to also be what's it called, Heinemann. I think Heinemann published it in 1958. So part
Okay.
of that company has to
We'll
be
be
there. Then maybe
involved.
part of the Achebe family too. And the Achebe family, they're quite educated. So I would assume that they can't get away without paying something substantial. And again, it's not a film adaptation where you can talk about the eventual backend and predict you get. This is this is TV. So I assume that or maybe unless they have some kind of agreement where a particular percentage of the returns from showing it
That's what
on
I'm
air
saying.
will
Yeah.
come back. So maybe
Mhm.
that, but it seems to me that highly unlikely since it's a series. But hey,
I know
we don't
with
know.
us,
We
we
can't
don't
guess.
really do good deals. Nigerians don't really do good deals. We're very, very when they see white man, just call with
Sheon
magic
wants to
wand,
move on. Sheon, yeah,
which is
please.
oh
We'll
yeah,
not be
sorry,
angry.
sorry. Bye bye. I've left
Because
you.
I did mention that Achebe Masterworks is a part of the executive producer, but I understand what you guys are saying. So fingers crossed again. Hopefully we have more details, more soup on this one. Okay, moving on. Let me quickly take some messages. On WhatsApp, Chidiozie says, Timmy Dakolo don't collect stray bullets, just like that. The young man would be wondering what just hit him without knowing it's a sporadic shooter on Smooth FM. Yep, you have Lori Sanirabo on that one. Angel says TY has good song too. Let's live together. Meanwhile, I discovered a good Nigerian Hollywood actor I'd never heard of till last week because I rewatched one old movie and decided to see the credits. His name is Adewale Akinoye Agbaje.
Agbaje, of course we know him. Of course we know
Yeah.
him. Yes. So you are right. In a way, he has the body for it. He has the body for Konko, actually. Yes. Everybody should know this guy. He was in the Mummy back in the day.
Sorry, what color was Okonkwo? Was it yellow or dark?
Actually, no, I don't know if he was described in the book, but because of the Peter Doce, what's it called now, adaptation, he felt like he was just a fair-skinned person.
Aki is too dashing and handsome, except they make him more kini to play that role. We need a guy who is good looking, but not like too good looking.
Is Ake so handsome? I don't agree. Oh. That was
No,
a
what I'm
thought in
saying
one of
is
those
no,
Hollywood
like
movies.
I'm coming from the casting angle, like
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that Mr. Agbaje
Aki
is
has
not a very good-looking guy.
nice eyes. Like we don't need something to distract.
Okay.
We don't need a Rebel Ridge. We are looking for, although Rebel Ridge, do you understand what I'm saying? Rebel Ridge, you fit it without the eyes. But I don't know. You get my point. So Stan is it to me. I feel that's the guy.
Okay. Oluwaseyi says it was published by Heinemann under their African Writers series. They will definitely be paying big bucks. Okay, on a final note, as we gradually draw to the end of the show for today, came across this one talking about African Film Society launching library, theater, and exhibition space in Ghana, and that's to promote, preserve, and celebrate cinema from Africa and the African diaspora. So they have their exhibition space in Ghana, and well, they want to be very African centric and promote and preserve. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's actually by this guy, Blitz Bazawule, who did The Color Purple earlier this year or late last year. Late, I think that was last year actually. He did The Color Purple, the adaptation, the second one after Spielberg's one in the 90s or the 80s. Anyway, yeah, so I mean, I think it's a good thing. And because of his own stature in Hollywood, I assume that he should be able to like bring in some of that foreign attention that some of our art requires. So yeah, it's a good thing. And I just hope I wish they were in Lagos, but sadly they are in Accra. Bad news.
Yeah. Any comments, Irabo?
No, not really. Me, I just want to see things unfold eventually when it comes to news like this. That's it. I want to see, like the previous one that we mentioned, Seth. I want to see the eventuality of this Okonkwo thing. The other one that we mentioned again, beginning of the show. Like I just want to just see how things turn out. Even Lisa B, I'm looking forward to watching it. Like I just want to see good products out there so that we can be talking good things about our industry. That's all. I'm tired of saying bad things. It's like exhausting. So let us just, it's exhausting. I'm tired of being bad or sounding bad. So again, let's see how it goes.
Okay. On WhatsApp, Oluwaseyi says, Akinwale Agbaje isn't that handsome now. He will do in the role of Okonkwo, but Chidi Mokeme would be perfect, build-wise and also language-wise. Oluwaseyi, I'll reserve my comments. But Chidi Mokeme, I don't know if Chidi Mokeme would fit as much as Tanise. I don't know. But anyways.
A younger Chidi Mokeme, yes, I can see that
one. I'm thinking that, in fact, the Agbaje, the Akin that Mirabal mentioned, probably for me, is probably Amalinze, the cat. Do you remember Amalinze, the cat? The person Okonkwo wrestled with initially that gave him his first clout.
So now you see the resemblance small, at least, or well, the characterization that would fit him.
Yes, I feel like yes, if he was going to play
Uh-huh.
Amalinze the cat, not
Uh-huh.
Okonkwo, Amalinze the cat, I feel like yes, that probably would work.
All right, so now let's talk about those tickets and the chance for people to have themselves a swell time this weekend and maybe even have an Independence date, courtesy of Film House. So we've got 2 pairs of tickets to give out to 10 people. Remember when I said that Christmas came early? Yep. If you have heard us talking about the movie When Love Strikes, it's about football. So if you love those kind of movies, and I think it's one of the most popular ones at the moment, talking about the story of a guy who is very passionate about football and he wants to rise to the height of it. But of course, you need to navigate challenges. So the tickets we have to give you are valid from now, from between September 28th, which is tomorrow, to October 1st, which is Tuesday. So we're giving out 2 pairs of tickets to 10 lucky winners. Now, it's very simple. The question we're going to ask you, if you have been listening, oh, okay, that might not be fair because I was going to ask them for one of the recommendations you gave at the beginning of the show. Do you think it's fair enough?
No, I don't think it's fair.
Okay. So I am going to ask one question and Irabo and Oris are going to ask another. So they are going to have a meeting to ask the question that will get you the tickets. But the first question that I am going to ask, pretty easy. We're talking about adaptation or the TV series Chinua Achebe. Who did we say is going to be the perfect fit for the character of Okonkwo in Things Fall Apart? We've been talking about that for the past 5 minutes at least. So in case you're just tuning in, you have an idea of what we've been discussing. So quickly send your messages to 0809 444 0981. Again, 0809 444 0981. So 2 pairs of or a pair of tickets rather to 10 people. Who did we say is the perfect fit for Okonkwo in the adaptation of Hollywood's Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe? All right, I see your messages already.
Hollywoods.
It's Hollywood, of
Eh,
course it's there. It's not it's
Hey,
Hollywood, it's
no.
right.
chai. They take our oil, they take our books. What else
Is,
do they take?
is it Nollywood, you are boy? What's Nollywood about that? David Oyelowo.
The
Okay.
story.
Oh, please.
Funny, I like we pointed out, the story is not even Nigerian either. It is published by Heinemann, an American, a British company. So let us
Now,
not remember.
I told you it's in 60 languages. Over 60 languages, in fact. So,
you
Angel,
guys
you
should
got
not mind me.
yeah, but I totally get it, right? I think it was on one of the conversations that I mentioned that in terms of content, it feels like the future, it is, not it feels like, the future is Africa in terms of content. So the earlier we
You
understand,
you people wish, which who does now? People wish. You wish
I
that it
know.
is. It's not true.
Why do you
Not true
say
at
so?
all. Why do I say so? It's because I mean we only feel that way because we are Nigerians and we feel like we have an outsized what's it called influence on culture, but we don't actually. When you do the math of everything we've ever done, it's really a very tiny percentage globally. In fact, yes, it's really small percentage. Talking about writers, which is probably our most popular, whatever, I doubt anybody, the average guy in Nigeria, can mention 10 writers from the beginning of 1960 to date. 10. Average person, I doubt it. If you can mention 10, So for films, we've never won any global award in film that somebody from here won like a global award. Maybe less than 5 people have done it since the beginning of time. So that's another thing. What else? Music. We only have a project done and mostly by Nigerians to win a Grammy. Only one, I think, and that's what it was, and that's Burna Boy's album. So when you think
I
about all
understand
of the
what you're
major
saying.
awards, the Nobel Prize, only one Nigerian winner, and maybe about 5 Africans altogether. So my point is, all the big things in the world, we are a very, very tiny percentage. So yeah, we don't. Sorry, but we will try. But nah, we can't claim to be the future because we are not.
Irabo,
The way I co-sign that, my signature is font size 72 Times New Roman. I co-sign. That marketing line, the thing pisses me off when I hear it. Like we should stop fooling ourselves. Giant of Africa. There was something I saw on Twitter when they say
I
giant
didn't
of
say
Africa, somebody,
Nigeria. I said Africa. I
I'm
didn't say
coming now.
Nigeria. I said Africa.
I'm landing my points. I'm breaking it down, starting with us. First of all, Nigeria too should keep short about anything related to that. Then Africa too, we too also need to keep short until we get our act together.
Yep.
Well, I strongly disagree with you both, and I totally get where you're coming from. Very valid points you have mentioned. But when I say the future is Africa in terms of content, yes, it will get a lot. It will need a lot of work to dig that out. But in terms of the raw materials, the potential, I think we can tower really high if we, like you said, get our acts together. But we've got lots of raw stuff that can be mined. So I still maintain that in terms of content, the future is Africa. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your comments. For those who have sent in their answers that got them right and correctly, we will be getting in touch with you and tell you where you can go watch the movie When Love Strikes. And we'll continue the giveaway just to make sure that you have a lovely time during the weekend and also for the independence. Gentlemen, thank you for your presence and your contribution as always. Your handle again?
Pleasure. Irabo 100, that's how I keep it.
Oris, where can we catch you?
Yeah, exactly. So it's Catch Oris on Catch Oris on Twitter and Catch Orisgram on Instagram. And of course, as always, Female Fico everywhere else.
Okay, now thank you very much for being a part of the show. Soon enough, I'll be playing you great music on the Casbah, and you know how we do it on Fridays. We take you way back, playing your memories and not just songs. You are listening to Smooth 98.1.
See y'all later.
All right, guys.
Hasta la
I'll be in
vista.
touch.
Yeah, for sure. No wala.